Hello everyone and welcome to Bevins Bricks. I'm Daryl. In today's video, well, because I'm already starting to build some of those sets that I recently showed in my haul video, I wanted to take a quick second and do some reviews before I started tearing in too far into those lighting kits. And while building the set, I'm going to be using one of these lighting kits. So I want to quickly show you and describe to you what comes with each one of these kits. Now, this particular kit is Lighttailing. This particular kit is made by Briksmax, and this particular kit is available through BrickLoot. Now, so far, I already see a few different issues. Now, using the term issues is probably kind of strong, but I do see, in my opinion, what I consider to be issues. Now, let me start with what I consider to be one of the nicest sets. And that's this one here. This is the Fire Brigade set, which I'm going to be installing in the set that you just saw me working on right there. And with this, again, this is Lighttailing. It comes with a very informative instruction book with pictures showing you how to install that light kit. So I have to say I love that. But something I do want to point out, because I thought it was kind of funny, and let me see if I can find a really good image of it, because it's clearly, the sets that they're working with are clearly not Lego. And here you will see what I'm talking about. I'm assuming that these companies like Lighttailing, Briksmax, and BrickLoot, because all of their instructions are this way. If you look really closely, you will see in their instructions that there absolutely is no Lego logo on any of the brick pieces. So I just thought that was kind of a funny thing when I was looking at the instructions, because you would think if they're going to be selling Lego lighting for Lego, that they would have official Lego sets for photography in their instruction manuals. And this is clearly not an official Lego set, so my only assumption is it has to be a Lepin set. Anyway, like I said, the first set is Lighttailing. And when you open the box, you'll see that you have this nice instruction manual. You have a little postcard, which I guess is a nice little touch. But the thing that I really like about it is that it actually comes with a 7-port USB hub. So what you can actually do is place this somewhere probably inside of the building and then physically hide it from view. The other nice thing, it comes with a battery pack. So if you don't have a hub and a power supply, this would essentially be your power supply for that particular build. So it's another great piece. Lastly, here is all the lights and wiring. Now, I don't think this is bad, but here is where I'm going to have a complaint now. As you're looking at this, you only have 1, 2, 3, 4 ports that need to be plugged in. Now, I don't see that as a big problem, but to me, why didn't they make it to where you can have one port that these all plug into and then go back to your main hub? There's a much easier way than doing it with this large port. Let me show you what I mean when I'm saying that. Again, this is what comes with the kit itself, and I do think that it's nice that they include that port. But they also sell on Amazon, these are adapters. And what this is a 3-in-1. You can get 4-in-1, 5-in-1, so on and so forth. And having little expandable kits like this, for example, would allow you to be able to hide the wiring in a much, much neater application. So my first impression already is, to me, this particular set, the Lighttailing set, again, I just want to show you all the pieces that come with it again. It is a nice set, but I just feel that this is overkill. They could have done a better job making it small, because this is a large device now. You're going to have to hide somewhere inside of your city, or you're going to have to drill a rather large hole to get this up and through and then hide this under the table. So it's not a horrible, horrible thing, but so far, I'm going to say it's okay, but I would like it to be a little bit easier to hide everything. The next kit I have here, as you can see, is by BrickLoot. And this was always supposed to be one of the best sets, or best kits, I guess, that you can get. At least I've read a lot of rave reviews about BrickLoot. But anyway, let's take a look inside of this guy and see what it actually has. Now, the first thing I'm going to say that I already see, because I did show this in the previous haul video, There is no adapter plate at all. So to me, that's a huge red flag on this one, or at least a huge down mark on it. They give you a bunch of extras. Okay, fine. It's just advertising more products. But let's open up the bag and see what's physically included with this particular set. I apologize if it's a little noisy. Now, first things first, this is their instruction kit. I find this to be, personally, I find it to be kind of a joke that they're going to put your instructions on something like this. And they're just telling you that you need to never pull the wires, pull the lights, blah, blah, blah. And it's, anyway, this is not what I call an instruction kit. So very disappointed with that. Now, the bonus that I will say to this is that if you look at all the little different light portions of this, so here's where I'm going to have to give Brick Loot kudos. Everything is wired to hook to these little plugs. So actually, this kit will be extremely easy to hide. Because again, as you can see, everything is plug and play with those little microscopic clips. So again, showing you here, here's another one of those microscopic clips on these. And then it would plug into this, which then plugs into your USB hub. So, I have to say, so far, I like Brick Loot better just because of the fact of the plug and play and being able to hide the wiring a lot easier with these micro plugs. But the downside that I'm going to say with this particular kit is once you get it all hooked up and together, you're left with 2 plugs to plug into something, no power supply or anything to power it up. So the downside to Brick Loot is you're going to have to get your own power supply or hub, like what was in the Lighttailing kit, in order to energize this kit. But I do still love the use of these plugs a lot better than the Lighttailing kit. Now the next and last Lego lighting kit I bought was Briksmax. And let's go ahead and get this guy open and see what we have. Now, they are like Lighttailing in the aspect of, I feel like it's a very nice, and I haven't opened it yet, so let's take a peek and see. But this looks like it would be a very nice instruction manual. And let's kind of, and yes, it is. There's actually a couple different sections of the instruction manual, but either way, it is a very big, full-color instruction manual. And again, I just want to point out, if you look, they're using an off-brand Lego set because there is no Lego logo on any of the bricks in this picture. But I can't hold them against that because they're probably trying to keep their costs down as much as possible. But so far, the fact that they have a great instruction manual is a huge bonus to the Briksmax. Now, the packaging, I have to say, is really nice because, as I'm sure a lot of you know, if you are at all familiar with any type of electronics, normally you should come in these static-free bags when you're selling electronics. So I love the packaging. It is fantastic. The first thing I'm noticing out of the gate, guess what we have right here? These are our power supplies. And let's open one of these guys up. And it is a power supply, and to show you something, they are going to this little tiny plug. So it's great that they're giving you a power supply. It's awesome that they're giving you this tiny little plug. This would by far be the best kit to be able to hide your wiring in. But here's where the problem is, and don't get me wrong, because you have these little support links, if you will, that you're going to be plugging all your electronics into to power them up, is how I'm assuming this goes. But my complaint is this. If you're wanting to do the lighting, typically the lighting is easier if you have the USB hub, because everybody can find USB hubs. If you need to make an extension, you can strictly run right up to your local Walmart, Meijer, whatever local store you have, and you can buy USB extensions. So I have to say, even though this is probably my favorite kit, as far as for the particular application that I'm going to be using this for, which is I'm going to be using this for a facility, and I don't want to have batteries and everything, because Again, this is everything that I'm doing in this project is going to be for a company. And with any company, I'm going to tell you right now, they are not going to want to have to worry about changing batteries in their display. It's just not something that looks professional in any way, in my opinion anyway. So this really stinks, but what you can do is you can splice on your own USB hub. I'm just going to have to take this apart and make my own USB hubs to hook to it. So what I have to say, honestly, as far as a combination of things, for overall quality and for overall ease of plug and play, I would have to say that Lighttailing is definitely the winner, and that's because they come with USB plugs, they come with a USB hub, and it comes with a USB power supply and a battery supply. So this, my friends, in my opinion, is probably the superior of the Lego lighting kits, at least from the experience that I have from opening and displaying and showing you these three sets. So for future experience, what I'm going to probably end up doing is start buying the Lighttailing kits, just because, like I said, of the ease of plug and play, because not everybody is going to want to have to wire things around. Not everybody's going to want to have to make adapters. And with this one, it comes with no adapters or power supply of any kind. So Bricks Loot is definitely dead last. Even though I love the plugs that they come with on the Brick Loot sets, I still say that this is the dead last kit because they got you coming and going. And what I mean by that is, here you buy this kit, you want to be able to power it up, you want to be able to use it, and guess what? You get this kit, you hook it all up, and you can't even plug it into anything because they didn't provide you with anything as a power supply. Where at least these two kits, they come as a complete kit, ready to go. All you have to do is pop in some batteries. Even though I don't like the plugs in this as much as far as for being simplicity reasons, like I said, for the general person, I would highly recommend the Lighttailing. To me, personally, I'm an electrician and I don't mind doing extras for wiring. I would take the Briksmax, but for the average Joe Schmo, I would definitely probably recommend the Lighttailing kit as being the best kit for ease of use. Anyway, I hope this is an informative and helpful video for anybody that is not used to doing any of the Lego lighting. I know, again, like I said in my last video, this is going to be kind of a learning experience for me, and I'm actually grateful that I'm actually able to do this because I will now be able to tell everybody the different kits that I personally would recommend for different types of builds by having the opportunity to buy so many different kits. But anyway, as always, that's the end of this video. So thank you for coming to Bevins Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below, and hopefully we'll see you next time on Bevins Bricks.